with this offense, you're gonna get the ball to your playmakers, and so you're gonna earn your reps, and then you're going to be seen as a playmaker by showing it in practice and then the game. So our guys know they're not dumb. Like, they know the top guys, and go be that guy. Like, go make it really hard for us to leave you off the field, right? Like, let's go put 10 personnel, 4 receivers on the field, and you're going to see that this year. It's been a couple years since we've been able to do that for a number of reasons, and you're going to see 10 personnel this year. You know, you really will. There's no doubt in my mind, because we have dudes that can go out there and make plays. And so go be hungry to go show what you got, and you'll be given opportunities. And if you make the plays, you'll be given more opportunities, right? So.
You just get it. I mean,
oh my gosh, yeah, you sound excited too. Yeah, I know, yeah. That's what it's about, right? I mean, that's what you want. That's what the fans want. Golly, you know, I want that more than anything, man. For our guys to stay healthy, go ball out, have fun. Man, this is an awesome game, and awesome plays, with awesome staff. Your head coach can't play for better. I mean, so it's just, it'll be fun.
Awesome media.
Awesome media. Come on, right? I'll make it easy. Keep throwing these curveballs.
Those of us in the upstate have watched Tyler Brown make plays for years. What's realistic for him in year one in this program?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm hearing great things this summer from what he's done, and I mean, he can run. That's the first thing. I mean, he can go. Coach, he can run, and so that's awesome. That's what we need for sure to add to that room. So, you know, I mean, it's kind of as a freshman, right? Like, it's on them. I mean, there's a lot of unknowns, right? And we didn't know Antonio was going to accomplish what he did, you know. And so all we can do is put them in the best situation to be successful, to help us win games, and then coach them as well as we can to have them ready. And the rest is on them to show what they're capable of, you know, year one. But they'll be, I mean, every single person will be given an opportunity to show what they have, right? And so I'm excited for them to have that chance.
Outside of Bo and Brandon and Antonio, you got some inexperience in that room. How do you feel about your depth going into the fall?
What was your question? I couldn't hear your first part of your question.
Outside of Bo and Brandon and Antonio, you got some inexperience in that room. How do you feel about your competitive depth or whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, I mean, there's we actually have good depth, and this is probably going to be the most depth we've had, albeit again with the health, staying healthy. Our room's pretty loaded, and so I think we have guys that are capable of contributing this year. You know, I believe with the way that we play, there's going to be guys that roll in and are going to be asked to make plays, and I think they can. So I think we're going to have really good depth actually at each position.
Is Delano one of those guys? If he can finally see the field, he's been plagued by injuries, but like you said, but if he can stay healthy.
Yeah, no, I mean, we haven't really. I think I mentioned the day that he tore his ACL was his best day of practice, and he's had up to this point, and so very short-handed, can really run, and he's a competitor, and tough, and so yeah, man, we're pumped to have a chance to see what he's capable of. And man, we had a great conversation the other day. He called me. He's like, Coach, I want to show you and everyone else why you brought me here, like why you recruited me, And I think he's really eager.
Following up on that, like where is he mentally? How does a guy like that handle just every time he gets out there? It seems like he's injured or re-injuring something.
Yeah, I think for some guys it can be maybe cause setbacks and maybe cause fear, but I think for him it's just more so like he's angry, like he's hungry, he's tired of what's taking place, and so he's willing to do what's necessary to take care of his body. He looks different. I mean, he's ready to go. I mean, he has been working on his body, on his flexibility and all those kind of things. And so it's the best he's looked, and I know he's ready to show what he's capable of.
Talk about Bo Collins playing haven't been here. I mean, how much do you think stuff that happened last season, there was injuries, dry spells, not getting the ball, things like that, kind of feed into that feeling of wanting to have a big year this year?
Yeah, well, I think he's a team guy. Like, he really is. I mean, Bo, he cares about this team. He cares about this offense. He cares about his teammates. I mean, he really does. And I think he really wants success to happen for our offense, you know, and I think too, you know, he's shown some great things. He's done some great things. He's had some great games. He's had some great moments, but he's yet to have a full year of just consistent performance because of injuries. You know, he came in and he was kind of in a, excuse me, he's kind of in a, you know, a reserve role off the bench a little bit early on, but then yet, as a freshman, he still showed that he can do some great things, right? So, but I think too, he knows that, man, they don't really know yet, like fully what he can do. They really haven't seen a fully healthy Bo Collins with, you know, what we're capable of doing in this offense. And so I know he is excited and pumped, and there's an energy that he has and that I have felt even on the phone from some of these guys, including Bo, that, man, they're ready to roll and get after it and, you know, kind of hush some of these people up a little bit. So.
He was basically playing all last year with separated shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, yeah. I mean, there's yeah, he's gone through a lot. I mean, and he played with, you know, an AC separation, right? He missed it a little bit of time, and then he had a complete shoulder separation on the other arm. I mean, it's just, he's gone through a lot, you know, and so our staff, Pat and those guys and Bina, I mean, they work well together, and it takes the street staff and everybody to work together to where now they're accountable for working on their own and doing extra work to work on stability and strengthening of the shoulders and all that, because that's an area of weakness. We know that, and let's work on it, you know. And so that's extra stuff that he's doing to make sure that he's really strong and ready to go and not worried whatsoever. Let's go play. And then, like, this spring, you know, he wasn't able to practice full speed, not full speed. He wasn't able to practice good on good in live situations. He was full speed running routes and was making some unbelievable plays and looked phenomenal. And I was like, golly, I wish you were out here right now, like, ready to compete against this defense, you know. But it's got to be smart with him. And now he's full go and ready to show what he has.
Coach, you talked about, you know, the emphasis on being an athlete in Coach Riley's system and how, you know, they're just kind of out there going and able to make plays. And then you talked about Adam Randall working his way back to full health. You see him being a big part of the offense going forward. I know he projects as a guy that's a great athlete, a big body receiver that can really go up and get it.
Yeah, he is. He too is super pumped to get back out there. And you know, as a freshman, incoming freshman in the spring, everybody knew, all right, this guy's different. Like, you know, he's built different. Like, and he and Gada they were gonna compete, you know. And he tears his ACL his spring of his freshman year as a mid-year enrollee, and then he comes back and he has the brace on, and then toward the end of the year that thing comes off, and then he has another little knee issue that he dealt with, and so man, he's fully ready to go. And if he is where he was as far as just his playmaking ability last year, kind of in the spring even, just naturally, just already there, I think he's even better than that now. He is doing so much extra work. 200 passes a day, he's catching the jugs. He and Cade are throwing in addition to what they're already doing as an offense on their own, skills and drills. So he is nonstop right now, nonstop. And yeah, I mean, he's capable of being, you know, golly, he could be one of the best to come through here, and I know he wants to be. He's working like he can be, so excited for him. And yeah, man, just being athletes like our guys, less coaching. I mean, you know, more, hey, here's the concept. You know, sure, there's certain plays that really require nuance, but man, go play. Go play fast. And we brought you here because you're a great athlete, a great wideout, a great tight end, a great running back. Man, let's go show what you got.
Good.
So our guys feel that.
We saw what Cole could do last season as a freshman, even though he's still learning the position. How freaky is his natural ability, and how?
Well, you know,
much
you
further can
love
he go?
basketball guys, right? Like at wideout,
Right.
and he was a great basketball player in high school. Chris Sweeney and I went and watched him play, and he's got, you know, springs in his legs. He can really jump. He can really run. His hands are natural, and kind of like Antonio too. It's just, he just does it. You know, doesn't think too much about it. Just goes out and does it. And and so, man, just so happy that we were able to redshirt him because he really, early on especially, just wasn't ready, you know. And he's taken the next step physically, you know, really working on his weight, on his strength, being able to roll up versus the press, and then getting bump and run, and, you know, in phase down the field, running with the corner and trying to shake free. I mean, I think he can do that.
How fine a line is it between wanting to put on that muscle and also maintain the speed?
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, to me, it's and the guys know their bodies. They know where they need to be, and so for me, it's I want you to play fast. I want you to run fast. You know, you can be a weight room All-American and not be a great player on the field. That's not what we want. Like, you know, but our guys have done a great job. Our staff knows what each individual needs, and so I think he's where he needs to be at this point.
Any feel for what that is?
Sorry?
Any feel for where he is weight-wise?
Weight-wise, yeah, I mean, he's probably high 180s, close to 190 right now. And so staying about right there is going to be a good weight for him. I don't need him 200. I don't. I'd like for him to be 190, you know, or so. And I want him to run fast and make the play down the field. That's what I want. And so that's my main concern is him and having opportunities, going playing fast, having fun, making plays.
For guys that haven't missed the spring, is there anything in particular they had to do this summer to kind of get up to speed?
Well, yeah, they've been in meetings, right? They've been in meetings, and so they're having to learn the offense. And man, those guys are in there, and they're on the board with them, even though they're not practicing. They're making sure that they know the concepts and how to draw it up and how to communicate it, the new signals, the new terminology. So they do. They know it really well. And again, even though they weren't practicing, they were out there, you know, and they were in line and they were helping out. I mean, so they were involved. So there shouldn't be any drop off.
Is it the kind of thing where it's like a little bit different once you actually get on the field doing live reps with it?
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, my freshmen are like, Coach, I'm studying it, I know it, and then I get on the field, and I'm like, yeah, exactly. Like it's another beast. It's one thing to read it. It's the other thing to get on the field and have to visualize it, see the signal, go do it, right? So that's any freshman. So they're getting plenty of reps at that right now, and then we'll be able to join them soon enough.